Okay. You just joined us now. You're saying there is no sound. I actually just finished talking before you actually joined, but that is by the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this meeting for this 2:30 trading session. And hope you saw what's going on in the market. Hope you saw what actually is happening in the market. It's been a volatile day. All right, it's been a volatile day. Okay, and I hope you also made some good money. Some fundamentals came out a few minutes ago by 1:30. You know, this week has actually been a very interesting day. And you know one thing about all the news that has been coming out. Do you know that you can use one news to determine what another one is going to be like? Do you know? All right. Maybe I'll just use a few minutes to talk about some of these news so that you know how you can follow them up next time. Just hold on a little bit while I open my news portal. Okay, so welcome back. I said I'm going to let's take a look at the Forex Factory and see what actually happened and some of the news that actually came out a few minutes ago. Okay, and of course, you know that today we had sorry, some persons videos are on. That's why I'm trying to turn it off. Please, if your video is on, do well to turn off your video when you join, all right? Please do well to turn it off so that it won't disturb others. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a rundown of what has been happening since Wednesday till, from Tuesday, actually. You know, Tuesday we have CPI. All right, CPI is can everybody hear me? I believe you can hear me, right? Yeah, okay. Everyone can hear me. Thank you. All right. On Tuesday, we had a fundamental news, CPI, Consumer Price Index, that came out. All right. And it came out positive for US. Sorry, it came out negative, actually. Look at the result here. It came out negative for US. Okay. And after the news came out negative for US, do you know another news that came out yesterday? PPI and then FOMC. And then do you know another news that came out today? Unemployment change. Unemployment claim. All right. I think this should be it, right? Yeah. That is it. Let me just close up something. All right. So today, unemployment claim came out today. Now, let me tell you what I normally do and how it has always worked for me. CPI is one of the most volatile, no doubt. All right. And CPI actually comes out first. So anytime CPI comes out, do you know that PPI also has almost the same okay, it has almost the same result. Almost the same result. Now, CPI actually measures consumer price index, the rate of changes in the prices of goods and services within the last month, the rate of price changes. Now, what is PPI? PPI is producer price index, the rate of price changes also for the produced goods. So what are the consumer goods? What are the producer goods? It's not the same goods that the producer produce that the consumer consume. So the rate of changes on these instruments actually, so it is almost the same kind of news, the same news. Do you understand? So just imagine that kind of thing happen, and then CPI comes out, and you already know the outcome for PPI. All right. Now, what another thing you should know. Okay, another thing you should know is that FOMC, CPI actually also measures the rate of inflation. So a positive CPI means that there is an inflation, and a negative CPI means that there is no inflation. So the result that came out for CPI came out negative. So what is FOMC? FOMC is Federal Open Market Committee. All right. Now, if that is the case, and what is our responsibility? It is to know if they are going to increase interest rates or decrease interest rates. So FOMC meeting is mostly there to either increase interest rates or decrease interest rates. So if CPI comes out negative, it means that there is no inflation. That means the FOMC members will not do what? They will not increase interest rates. So do you understand how almost all these news link to each other? So you can use one to know what is going to happen to the other one, and you can use the other one to know what's going to happen to the other one. So with that in mind, you already know what the outcome of today's unemployment claim would be. If there is no inflation and interest rate is not increased, it means that the probability of unemployment claim reducing is going to be high. And in that case, unemployment claim would be positive for dollar. Yes, unemployment claim would be mostly positive for dollar. And today's unemployment claim that came out from the US, I think, let's refresh and see. Okay, this. This value has been changed actually. So most likely unemployment claim that actually came out today is a little bit lower than expected, which is quite unexpected. But in general, anytime you see this kind of full news, just know that unemployment claim most likely is going to come out positive, but now is negative. Now let's check. Just know that the negative effect is not going to stay for a long time. So you cannot say that, okay, it's going to be there's going to be a downward trend on dollar for a long time. No. So don't bank on that negative trend. Why? Because the longer effect of it would make dollar stronger. Okay, so in that case, let's look at dollar index. Let's look at dollar. Can I hear, please? Yeah, you can hear actually. Okay, you mean you can't hear? Sorry about that. Yeah. I believe other persons can actually hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just 2 persons to tell her that, or to tell him that they can hear me. Oh, great. I just like it when somebody says loud and clear. All right, so loud and clear, ma'am. Sir. Okay, so now let's take a look at dollar index. Now look at dollar index. Now, when I was actually trading it, this was actually my take profit 102.496. All right. Now, going forward, I am still going to be, this is actually on 1 hour time frame. So I'm still going to be going for a sell on dollar index because of the fundamental that actually came out, and it came out negative for dollar. All right. So I'm going to be going in for a further sell. But to do that, let's go to a smaller time frame. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Sorry about that. My chart should be visible right now. Okay, so let's check it out on 5 minutes time frame and see what's going on 5 minutes time frame. Okay. Now this is 5 minutes time frame here, and currently dollar index is currently resting on a support. And this support, do you think the probability of the market actually going below it is very much higher? Hope you know. Sorry, it's going below it is actually higher. All right. Looking at the settings of this chart, we also have a double bottom around here. Do you understand? We also have a double bottom around here. So because of this double bottom, what are we going to do? Yes, we can actually enter a buy on this particular instrument and take our profit right there. You can enter a buy, take your profit here, but from here again, you can sell further down. Now, the reason why we're putting on this double this buy is because of this double bottom formation, just to be on a safe side. So you can enter a buy from here, take a profit somewhere around here. All right. Now, or you can set up, if you're setting up this trade, below here should be a sell, a further sell. Do you understand? If you're setting up this trade, below here is going to be a further sell. 102.303. You can sell from that point. You can sell from that point. Somebody's asking me to explain the news. Now, news came out negative for dollar. That news came out negative for dollar. It means that currently dollar as a currency pair is weak. Dollar as a currency pair is weak. All right. And weak dollar means that indices is going to buy, gold is going to buy. Do you understand? And dollar is going to gain, lose strength. All right, so this is dollar index. So we're trying to check how dollar index is actually reacting. And we say that dollar is still going to sell, but for now, I'll be going in for a buy. I'll be going in for a buy on this particular instrument. I'm going to be going in for a buy. Okay, now, why am I going in for a buy? Because of this particular formation that I have seen here on 5 minutes time frame. But my stop loss is going to be just somewhere around here, just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to be setting my stop loss at 102.325. Do you understand? I'm going to be entering a buy, and then I'll be putting my stop loss at 102.325. And once it gets to my stop loss, I am entering a sell immediately, and then heading to this point. Now, this is actually what I planned on doing. I'm going to take up a buy, take my profit at 102.583. Then from that, my take profit point, I'll enter a sell coming all the way back. Why? Because I am looking out for a further sell on dollar. I'm looking out for an overall sell on dollar. Do you understand? But I'm just saying you can decide to take advantage of this particular buy that probably will happen around here. But to be on the safe side, set up a stop loss around here so that even if you hit your stop loss, which is not going to be a very huge value, then I can follow the sell all the way to 102.163. But the general trend on this particular instrument for today is a sell for dollar index. It is going to be a further sell. Yeah, dollar index is tradable. Dollar index is tradable. Okay. Dollar index is tradable. Actually, you can still trade on dollar index. Okay. And I said overall trade of it is going to be a sell. So I can actually enter. Okay. But then I want to take up a buy, just a few buy that's going to take me to that point. So I can actually, yes, I've entered about 3 positions on this particular instrument. So it's tradable. You can trade on it. Dollar index is tradable. In as much as it also measures the strength of dollar, it is also tradable. It is also tradable. Okay. Now, with that in mind, knowing that dollar is still going to, or the overall direction of dollar is still going to be a sell. Since the overall direction of dollar is still going to be a sell, now let's use that as an opportunity to take a look at Euro USD. Now, Euro USD is still going to also buy. Yes, Euro USD is still going to buy. And the buy direction of US USD is going to continue up until that resistance right there at price 1.08989. Okay, so let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame also. Let's look at it on 5 minutes time frame. You could see what we've got right there. All right, so on 5 minutes time frame, same thing is applicable. I am still going to go in for a buy on Euro USD. I am going in for a buy on Euro USD, but I'll most likely be taking this is going to be my first take profit. And if it goes above it, then here will be my second take profit. So my first take profit is on Euro USD is price 1.08862, 1.08862. And my second take profit will be at price 1.08989. So for Euro USD this afternoon, we're still going in for a further buy too. We're still going in for a further buy also on Euro USD. Okay, and I already told you that US dollars, the overall trend of US dollars for today would be a sell, yes. And if that is going to be the case, it means that Euro USD is going to buy. Most likely also USDJPY is going to buy. So for Euro USD, you can go ahead and take up a buy position. Here your first take profit, and here's your second take profit. So any of them that you want to make use of, it's fine. But for Euro USD, let's go in for a further buy on the instrument. Go in for a further buy on Euro USD. So the same thing is USD JPY. Yes, also. Remember, I always tell you that for USD JPY, always look for what? A comfortable position to enter a buy. But today, we're actually going to be looking in for, please explain Euro USD. I don't understand. How do you want me to explain Euro USD? So for USD JPY, yes, we're going in for a further sell on USD JPY. But remember, your overall position on Euro or USD JPY every single time should always be for looking out for a perfect position to continue with what? With your buy. But for today, USD JPY, yes, you can go in for a sell. USD JPY, we are selling. And our take profit for USD JPY is at 140.370. Do you notice that as at when we're looking at this particular instrument, as at when we're talking about this instrument, we had, it was, I think, 137. Yes, as at yesterday, we're on 130, 139 or thereabout. And I already tell you that look for a perfect position to always go in for a buy. So just imagine you had entered a buy earlier on today. You would have made some profit because it's currently at 140. It got to 141, 141.6. That is something. It got to 141.6 today. So it means that the probability of it still buying will still be there. But for today, yes, we're selling today. Go ahead and enter a sell, and our take profit will be at 140.370. 140.370. That's going to be our take profit for USD JPY. And if I were you, if I get to that point, I will still look for a, you should understand, to buy again. Always look for a perfect position to buy again. Just imagine all this while I've been saying it. Look for a perfect position to buy. If just imagine you've been buying USD JPY all this while, all along, you would have been making some really good amount of money by now, because we started talking about it when USD JPY was at price, I think 132. Now currently is at 140. Is at 140. Just imagine that. So for USD JPY today, we're still going in for a further sell. So we're going in for a further sell and getting our profit at 140.370. You can also do price stacking. All right, you can do trade stacking. Actually, you can do trade stacking. Just stack up your trades, and then it should be able to make you some good profit on that. Okay, so that will jump this and jump this and jump this, and then we'll go to GBP USD. So what are we going for GBP USD on? Of course, we'll go in for a further buy on GBP USD. We're going in for a further buy on GBP USD. Why? Because dollar is actually weak. All right, dollar is actually weak. How do I trade on stacking? If you trade on with your laptop, all right, just get on the instrument that you want to trade on. Get on the instrument you want to trade on. Then get to this part of your chart. You can see this arrow, right? Get to this part of your chart. You can see this arrow. Then click on the arrow. Then it will bring this drawdown for you. Now I want to enter a buy on GBP USD, and I want to enter it on 0.05. So I'll just click on multiple buy positions. Now this is the price stacking I'm talking about. All right. Now I have entered up to 3 or 4 of the same position. Then I can take it back. And just make sure that when you're doing that, you are on one-click trading. You should be on one-click trading to do that. And of course, once this thing enter profit should be, or this should be my take profit, you don't need to set a a single take profit on them, because it might not even be able to give you all of them. But if you can, sure, you can do that. All right. So I've been able to set a couple of take profits. So once you get there, you should be able to make me some money. But generally, that is how to do price stacking, trade stacking rather. And if you check very well, I'm already on profit on some of them. Do you understand? This is actually what I'm talking about. And if you just imagine if all these trades start giving you about all of them gives you about 30,000 each. Each of the trades giving you 3,000 naira each. Just imagine how much it's going to make you. All right. So that is what we call price stacking. All right. I've been able to do my own, and then you can also try that out. All right, on your own. So for GBP USD, I'm going in for a further buy, and my take profit is going to be just at that verified resistance. Before the verified resistance, I would have made my profit. So if you're going to be doing price stacking, perfect, go ahead and do that. It should be able to make you even more money from that. And just imagine I used let's say one standard lot on this particular trade. Imagine I had used one standard lot for each of them. By now, on that 500 naira, it should have been like 5,000 naira for each of them. So that is actually the importance of price stacking. And once you're able to do that and do it correctly, you should be able to make some really good profit from it. All right. But make sure that before you try that out, make sure that you have enough volume to be able to do that. And don't do it on all the instruments. Please do it one at a time. One at a time. Please, one at a time. Do you understand? One at a time. Don't do every single thing together. Don't do it on multiple instruments. One instrument at a time, please. All right. So we can also take a look at USD CAD. Okay, let's look at USD CAD. And on 15 minutes time frame, USD CAD is also already giving us a further sell. And of course, my ADX is also giving a sell confirmation on this particular instrument. So, but let's take a look at it on 5 minutes and see if we've got anything to lose. And perfectly well, we don't. So we're still going in for the further sell on this particular instrument, further sell on it. And in this case also, I can just also bring back my trade and then further sell on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 positions would be perfect for me on this. And then here's going to be my take profit. Okay. All right. So that is actually where I'm looking at for my take profits point. So I am also going in for a sell on these instruments. USD CAD, I'm going in for a sell. But you know that you don't need to take all the trades that I'm calling. Just pick few that you know that you're actually going to take. You don't need to take everything. Do you understand? You don't need to take every single thing. Okay. You don't need to take every single thing. All right. So that is actually how you can do that. But for USD CAD, we're going in for also a further sell on it. We're going in for a further sell on USD CAD. So this is my USD CAD. I've stocked up the trade, and this is my some of my trades that I've got running. And once they get to take profit, I will allow them to, for each of them, to give me about 3,000 naira for each of them. And when I am able to complete all of them, I think you should be able to have made me some really good amount of money. So that is that. That is that. Okay, so AUD USD2, yes, the same thing. Anything that will make it to go against dollar, please do that. Remember, dollar index is going down. Okay, perfect. If you had set up this particular trade at that, if you had entered the buy, should have gotten to this your stop loss level, and here is headed back to this point. Remember, I said enter a trade, a sell at 102.325 and take your profit at 102.163. Yes, it's still headed down to that particular verified resistance. So dollar index is still selling. All right, so let's look at some of the instruments that a lot of persons will be asking for, which is gold. Let's take a look at gold. But before I do that, let me just see if I can answer some of the questions. Please, for how long does this news effect last? Is it to the next high impact news on the currencies, on that currency? No, it is not to the next high impact news. So what you're just looking at for, most times the effect of the news weigh off between 2 to 3 hours. The effect of the news would have worn out. All right. So don't be hoping for the news to stay for a very long time. No. All right. Don't be waiting for all the times. Do you understand? All right. So make sure that you stay, you're careful. That's actually why it's always advisable to enter trades. Immediately the news come out, follow it. Don't wait for like 2 hours or 3 hours after that. Once the news is coming out, follow it. That's why you have your Forex Factory to tell you the times of those news. Do you understand? So you don't need to wait for eternity to enter the trade. Just follow it immediately. Okay. All right. So that should be that for okay. So okay, perfect. It's actually a very good one. Please, I'm buying on USD-JPY. Oh, congratulations if you're buying on USD-JPY. But then I actually said for USD-JPY is a sell for now. But if you're buying, make sure that your buy is actually a long-term buy. Make sure that your buy is a long-term buy if you're buying on USD-JPY. But then time is almost fast spent. Let's take a look at gold. Perfect. Just like we said, gold is also still pushing up. Yes, gold is still pushing up. You know the reason already. You should have already known the reason. Yes, you should know the reason. Why? You should know the reason why gold is going up, right? You should know the reason why gold is going up. You should know the reason why gold is going up. How many of us know the reason why gold is going up? If you know the reason why gold is going up, let me know. Okay, how many? Anybody? Okay, perfect. So some persons are okay, it has not fully passed that perfect. I actually like this. Weak dollar. Yes, it's because of weak dollar. Exactly. Because dollar is actually weak, of course, you know that anything relating to gold, especially gold, let's even remove the dollar indices, the US indices. Let's even forget about them. But for the fact that dollar is weak, gold is going to be strong. And that's exactly what you've been seeing here. So let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see what's going on 5 minutes time frame. Yes, gold and dollar are opposite. Thank you very much. Now, this is it. On 5 minutes time frame, it has gone past this particular resistance. So what are we headed to? All right. So where are we headed to? We're headed to that verified resistance. We're headed to all the way to this point. Yes, you probably will be asking me, am I sure it's going to get there? Most likely it's going to get there. Most likely would get there. All right. So I'm still buying my gold. I am still buying my gold. And my take profit for the gold is going to be up until 1944.24. 1944.24. 1944.24. All right, so we're buying up until that point. If you had actually entered the buy, you should have been on a very good profit. It's still headed, or it's still going up. It's still shooting up. All right, gold is still shooting up. For those that want to take advantage of gold, it is still shooting up. It is still shooting up. It is still shooting up. Okay, it is still shooting up. Oh, if you had actually entered the trade, you should have been on good profit. And if you didn't, well, I don't know what else you're waiting for. This is actually the kind of trade you should have done stacking. You should have done stacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have a good volume, you can just close up every other trade you have, stack on this one, then make your profit and close every single thing. How much are you targeting? You're just targeting about 2,000 from each or 3,000 from each, depending on the lot size you're using. If you're using a good lot size, you probably will even be targeting up to 10,000 naira per each. Just imagine you have 10 trades opened and you're targeting 10K each. You should have been on 100,000 naira even before blinking. All right. But generally, we're still going to be buying on this instrument. Gold will still push up until 1944.24. Yeah, it will still get to that point. But can one avoid the high impact, high volatility that occurs first and it's dangerous? And I'm trying to understand your message, but let me just calm down and read it a little bit. Okay, first, it is dangerous if one is on the wrong side and then enter in the right direction after about an hour, 30 minutes. If you're entering about an hour, 30 minutes of it, then you are actually looking out for a retracement. Please, if you're entering about 1 hour, 30 minutes after the news, you're only trading on retracements. Please, you're trading on retracements. You are not trading on that news. So please don't follow the direction of the news again. Don't follow the, okay, just imagine now. Just imagine, what was it called? Someone wants to enter, what was it called? This particular trade 1 hour, 30 minutes after the news came out. By now, you should have been, and you want to see enter a buy. That is a suicide mission. All right, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. If you want to trade the news, then enter the trade when the news is just coming out. But if you don't want to enter the news, then it's better you hold on for the retracement and follow the retracement part. Follow the retracement part. Okay, follow the retracement part. Don't just say, okay, I want to follow the news and then you're entering it after 1 hour, 30 minutes after the whole news. Okay, please don't do that. Okay, so this is US 30. All right, this is US 30. And of course, I am still going in for a further buy on US 30. All right, I will still be going in for a further buy on US 30. But let me compare it with US 100 and be able to see a better direction on this particular. Okay, US 100 has actually gotten to a very premium point. But yet, am I on 5 minutes? Yes. Okay, yeah, US30, I will be going in for a further buy. Yes, I'll be continuing with the buy. The same thing with the gold, I will still be going in for a further buy on it. But for US30, I'll be going in for a further buy. But if it goes below here, if price comfortably closes below this point, then you don't need to enter. But then I am going in for a buy on US30. Yes, I'm going in for a buy on US30. I'm still following it up. And you already know the reason. I'm going in for a further buy. US100, I'm going in for a further buy on US100. Okay. US30 and US100, I am going in for a further buy on both trades. I'm going in for a further buy on them. Gold, you should have already been on good profit. And dollar index, of course, dollar index is still pushing downwards. AUD USD, like we said, AUD USD. Did we mention AUD USD? I think we did. If we did, it's still going to buy. Yes, AUD USD is still going to buy. USD CAD is still going to sell. Yes, USD Canadian economy is still going to sell. Please don't enter buy on USD CAD. Don't enter buy on USD CAD. GBP USD. Oh, it's already almost got to my take profit, but I wasn't around to check it. But then I'm still buying. I'm still buying GBP USD. Yes, I'm still buying GBP USD. Okay, so in a few minutes' time, agro commodities is going to be out. And okay, now for Euro USD, yes, we're still going to be buying Euro USD. USD JPY, yes, we're still going to be selling it, and it's almost got to take profit, but then we're still going to be selling it. Somebody that actually mentioned that he was on a trade or a buy on USD JPY. Please don't close your buy. Remember what I always say: look for a comfortable position on USD JPY and buy, right? So don't close in your buy. Don't close your buy. All right, don't close your buy. Okay, so let's take a look at agro commodities and see what we are actually going to be expecting on agro commodities. In the next 3 minutes, agro commodities is going to be, oh, sorry about that. In the next 3 minutes, agro commodities is going to be up and running. Yeah, those actually the things that you can actually make a decision yourself. I don't need to give you a take profit. You can actually make some decisions yourself, especially when it comes to indices. Depending on your volume, you should be able to still. But all I know, I am still buying US100 and US30. US30, I think you should have actually been able to make some really good profit. But for US100, yeah, I'm still going for a buy. All right. So let's take a look at wheat, soybean, and corn, wheat, soybean, and corn. You already know the strategy that we use. Yeah, so let's also give that a try and see how it's going to play out today. Corn, soybean, and wheat. Corn, soybean, and wheat. Corn, soybean, and wheat. So in the next 2 minutes, of course, you already know that we're using the gap principle. We're using the gap principle. So once the gap is established, then we should be able to take a position. All right, we'll be able to take a position. And if it's a gap up, now this is actually how we will know the direction we're taking. If it's a gap up, we're going to be taking a buy. All right. If it's a gap down, we're going to be taking a sell. But one thing you should know is that, because I've had a couple of persons that at the end of the day, they might still want to stay on the trade for a longer time. No, that is not the point. Please don't stay on the trade for a long time. You're only taking on the trade just for a few seconds, just for a few minutes. And then you're actually expected it is for people that have good volume. Please, if you have 50,000 naira, don't trade on agro commodities. If you have 100,000 naira, don't trade on agro commodities. Do you understand? If you want to know the minimum amount that is expected of you to have for trading on agro commodity, please always ask your account manager, okay, what is the required amount for me to trade on this particular instrument? All right. You don't enter agro commodity with any of those price level or any of those amounts. It is not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for your account. All right. All right. So please don't make such mistake. Okay, great. I think the gap have just been established. It's not clear on corn. It's not okay. Now the gap was not established on all these instruments. The gap was not established. It came out at the normal price. It came out at the exact point. So with that, there is no any clear direction on, remember what we're using is gap strategy. But then if I am to say with actually what is happening here on wheat, I can tell you that I'm going in for a sell on wheat. I'll be going in for a sell on wheat. All right. Now, because of this particular thing I am seeing right here. All right. But the same thing for corn, I might just be respecting this support and resistance right here. But there is no gap for today. There is no gap for today because what we're using is gap strategy. There is no gap for today, but I'm still going to be going in for a sell on wheat, corn, and soybean. I'll be going in for a sell. I'll be going in for a sell because of where the price is already. Okay, so the price is actually at premium. So with that, I'll be going in for a sell. Yeah, so you can also join me. Let's go in for a sell on corn, wheat, and soybean, depending on your choice. Please don't enter the three of them at the same time. Just pick one. All right. You don't need to take the three of them. Okay, so don't go in for the three of them. Just pick one out of them. But then let's go in for a sell. Yes, let's go in for a sell because of course here is a double top. You should know here is a double top, and yeah, it's already respecting that. Here is a double top, so it's a sell. For this, here is a resistance, and there's also a double top for corn, and also here is almost a resistant level. So you can decide to leave soybean, but for wheat and corn, you are going for a sell for wheat and corn. All right. Going for a sell for wheat and corn. So let me just see a couple of questions that I'm going to take, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so sorry about that. How much can person have to trade on agro commodities? I will actually advise if you have up to $1 million, you can comfortably trade on agro commodities. But some persons might tell you 500K. But please, if you have up to $1 million, comfortably trade on agro commodities. Please, I should repeat how to stack a trade. Now, stacking a trade, okay, fine. If you want to stack a trade, make sure that your trade is on a one-click trading. Make sure that you're on one-click trading and come to the edge of your screen right here. Then click here. Then it will bring down this drawdown. So if you want to go in for a sell, you can just click on multiple sell positions, and then you'll be able to do a trade stacking. All right, click on multiple set position depending on how many of them that you want to take advantage of. So for example, now I want to enter about 3 on wheat. This is going to be okay, fine. Let me just reduce my lot size and make it 0.01. All right, so I can enter 1, 2, and 3. So I've been able to stack up my trade in 3 positions. So once it enters profit, I'm going to be closing it. So that is how to do trade stacking. So let me just close it. I think I'm already on profit on the wheat. Okay, in few seconds, I should be on profit on this particular wheat and corn. All right, so that is how to do trade stacking. And yeah, please, this class actually happens every single day. So I think that is basically what you can take for today. And with that in mind, okay, if you actually entered a sell on wheat, you should have been on profit. If you also entered a sell on corn, you should have also been on profit. Okay, even soybean now is even selling, but then just concentrate on wheat and corn. You should have made some really good profit. And of course, this is my wheat already because of my trade stacking is already in progress. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. The same time, the same day, same link. Sorry, same time tomorrow, same link. Keep joining us every single day. And tomorrow, there's actually a fundamental that is coming up, and we're going to be taking advantage of it also. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you tomorrow, same time with the same link. God bless you.